It was a crisp, dead quiet autumn night, the kind where the wind outside just barely rattles the window panes. I was 15, taking on what I thought would be an easy babysitting gig for 5-year-old Charlie in his family's spacious, faintly lit suburban home. For the first few hours, everything felt perfectly normal. But as the night deepened, Charlie refused to sleep. He kept clinging to his blankets, whispering tearfully about a slow, rhythmic scratching sound echoing from the back of his built-in closet. At first, I brushed it off. I gently told him it was just the old house settling into the cold, or maybe mice scurrying through the drywall. But his sheer, paralyzing terror eventually forced me to step into the dark room to investigate. I threw open the heavy wooden closet doors, expecting nothing but shadows and hanging clothes. Instead, I was immediately hit by a stale, musty draft that smelled faintly of sour sweat and damp earth. Tucked away in the darkest corner, I noticed a loose floorboard covered in fresh, jagged scratch marks. Thinking it was just a structural quirk, I calmed Charlie down, tucked him back in, and retreated downstairs. But roughly an hour later, the absolute silence of the house was broken by the distinct, heavy creak of footsteps directly above me. Grabbing my phone to use as a flashlight, I crept back upstairs, my heart hammering against my ribs. The closet door, which I knew I had shut tightly, was now standing wide open. I stepped inside, my breath catching in my throat as I aimed the light into the corner. That loose floorboard had been completely slid aside, revealing a pitch-black abyss dropping into the hidden crawlspace below. Trembling, I angled the beam downward. It swept over a filthy sleeping bag, a pile of crinkled food wrappers stolen from the kitchen, and finally, a pair of heavy boots. Someone had been living right beneath Charlie's room, breathing in the dark while he slept. Moving purely on survival instinct, I scooped Charlie out of bed without making a single sound. We bolted out the front door into the freezing night and sprinted to the neighbors to call the police. The authorities later pulled a drifter from the floorboards. He had been frogging in their home for weeks, an unseen phantom lurking just inches beneath their feet.